Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Sunday, 22nd day of December, 24th day of Kislev, which means it's Erev Hanukkah. Okay, so some more laws about, of course, how to light Hanukkah candles. In the Shul, the setup for the menorah should be as follows. I'm going here generally by North America. Most of us daven facing towards the east, which is towards Israel. So if the front of your shul is the east, then the classic way to set up the menorah is such that the candles are facing east-west, if you know what I mean by what I'm signaling here. The candles are running in a straight row from the east side of the shul to the west side of the shul, and they're leaning a little bit towards the southern wall of the shul. So like if the front of the shul is east, to your left is the north, the south wall is to your right, and the menorah is placed a little bit more towards the south. The reason for all these directions is because we are in some ways mimicking the setup of the setup of the menorah when it was in the Beis Hamikdash. So this is similar to the setup that was in the Beis Hamikdash, and we set it up the same way generally in the Shul, running east-west and towards the southern wall. Not all the way in the south, if this is the middle, then it's a little bit towards the southern half of the shul, which mimics how it was set up in the Beis Hamikdash. Now, granted, there are different customs in different shuls, and each shul should follow its custom. Okay, so for whatever reason, you learned this here with me on this halacha, and you're like, they don't do it that way in my shul, and you go ask the rabbi. The rabbi says the custom in our shul has always been X, so there is something to following the custom of the shul. But the more standard way is the way I've just described with the Neros, the candles going east-west, and with it leaning a little bit more towards the southern wall. All these halachas were just stated, based on the way a shul is set up in North America. It would still be similar in Israel, except the front of the shul isn't always east when you're in Israel. I hope that made sense. Thanks for logging on. Have a very wonderful Hanukkah. And we'll try and give you another law tomorrow, which will be during the first day of Hanukkah. Bye-bye.